Coach, how did you feel? I mean, you had a one-all game going to the third, and then all of a sudden your team blew it open in the third period.
Yeah, I thought, in the third period, the tendency, again, is to sit back a little bit and play a little bit on your heels, but I liked the way our mindset, we were aggressive on pucks. Again, we pressured their defense, tried to force turnovers. I thought it was a real strong game. I thought from top to bottom, it was one of those ones that we're happy we were able to give our crowd something to be real pleased about.
How much satisfaction does it give you to not only beat, but even outplay a team like Rockford?
Yeah, a lot. They're obviously been in that situation before where now they're trying to jockey for home ice advantage in the playoffs. So we know that they're not just going through the motions out there. So for the players to come out and play with the compete and the level of execution they were able to sustain tonight, it was a solid, again, with new faces in the lineup there, it was a real solid quality game.
Are you getting a real push from the younger players in the lineup like your Lemieux, your Harkins, DeSalvos?
Yeah, they look comfortable in a good way. I thought Lemieux looked again. His last game was better than his first, and tonight's was even stronger. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit on the bench just about keeping his feet moving. He's a big body, as in a thick frame, and when you can include that speed, arriving on the forecheck, that's hard to play against. So I thought that was a real strong game for him. Harkins again, real poised with the puck, but looking more experienced. And again, Denham, I thought another strong game. I could give you a long list, but I don't think you have enough tape for it of how many new guys are in that lineup. But for the young guys who have just come in here at the end of the year, starting to see some positive signs on where they'll sit for next season. And the guys that have been here all season with their first pro games under their belt here from start to finish have made some real good strides on improving.
When you look comfortable, did that have anything to do with his level of play today?
Comfortable with regards to the speed that the pro game is played at. Obviously, he's an elite player himself with regards to coming from junior, having a strong season, but just the pace and the lack of room that is now at the pro level, be it the American League or the NHL, it's different. So him looking comfortable as in creating more room for himself with moving his feet, and again playing to his strengths, which is playing with a little bit of sandpaper and shooting pucks. So for me, when I see those things in his game, that's Brendan Lemieux's positive comfort level.
You guys have only had 3 series sweeps this season. What do you tell your club heading into tomorrow's game?
Well, I've been for a long time been dealing with back-to-back scenarios with St. John's. That's all we had out there, and it's the same thing with travel here with the Moose. With us, it's about just playing the right way. It's about continuing good habits at this time of the year, building off obviously some of the things that we're learning here and played well with tonight, and realizing that in a back-to-back game like this, that the opposition with the loss under their belt is going to come with a real strong push, and we need to be even that much better than we were this afternoon.
Have you been impressed with how introspective some of the young players on your roster, like your Lemieux and your Harkins, how aware they are of their own game and what they need to do to get better?
Yeah, and I'm not surprised by it. Today's athlete, these younger players coming in, they're so finely tuned to how their bodies react to certain scenarios with the amount of practice time and games. Again, awareness of structure on how they need to play the game has been, at a real intelligent level. For me, it's pro to junior or college there's different things because those guys are coming from junior and they're playing minute 15 shifts, minute 30 shifts as forwards. Now you're at the pro level where you can't pace yourself like that. You have to make sure again that you're they're 45 seconds, 35, and you're off. The same thing for the college level. But those guys again, it's a little bit different animal playing at this level. But for the most part, I think they've been real strong here.
That's 3 wins over a playoff team. Why have you had so much success against Rockford this year?
You know what? We haven't played them very much, but I thought when we were down in their building, I thought our lineup was obviously a little bit different. We had a little bit more experience in our lineup and played some good hockey down there. And then the same thing, we're a little less with regards to the games played. But again, I thought now we're even further down the road, so the development, the improvement has given us a better chance to win, even though we're missing some pieces out of the lineup with experience.
As a recent player, you started to see a group of really young players that might form a part of a really successful roster next year for the Moose? I
never want to get too far ahead of myself. I look at this year and I'm looking at the coming in knowing that we were going to be real young. It's a good question, but I like to be realistic on where we sit. We knew what we were going to be coming into the season. We wanted to make sure that the players, knew how we need to play the game and understand the expectations at the pro level. Making sure that they have that structure in place, but seeing improvements, seeing the based on playing in different situations that they might not get in different scenarios with different teams, and taking those minutes. And there's learning curves along the way, and sometimes it faltered, but now you're seeing a little bit, and it's a good game here tonight, and there's still mistakes that take place, but you're seeing less of those mistakes jump off the page to us.
Coach, in your season home finale, is there any extra emphasis on the game, this being your first season back in Winnipeg?
100%. Our crowds have been outstanding. Cheered whether we win or lose. A real intelligent, smart, knowledgeable crowd. So we want to make sure that we give them a real good final look at how we went this season. We did that tonight, but our last game on our home ice, we want to make sure it's a good one.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.